Hey, happy Monday, Houston. I'm KHOU11 meteorologist Kim Castro. In case you missed our newscast, we are live streaming here for the next 10 minutes, catching you up on all things weather. And we do have a couple changes to walk you through this week. Rain chances are in the forecast. We're going to have some dry days with no humidity and other days that are pretty muggy and on the warm side. Houston being Houston. Today, no rain. We've got nice, clear, sunny skies. Tomorrow, cloud cover starts to roll back in. A 30% chance for you to see some showers. There's a front that's going to roll in here. That does take away the rain potential for Wednesday and Thursday. It also drops the humidity momentarily because it ramps back up into the weekend, and we do have some weekend rain chances. I know it's not exactly what you want to hear for the weekend, but we actually do need the rain for the drought monitor. Temperatures overall through the end of the month are going to generally stay above average. This is for a huge chunk of the country. Now, average temperature for us for this time of year should be 82 degrees, believe it or not. So today we're running 10 degrees above that, even warmer still for our Tuesday. So even though the next few days are technically above average for this time of year, we'll take it because at least we drop into the 80s, mid to upper 80s for Wednesday all the way through the middle of the coming week. Notice there are some fluctuations in there, and that's to reflect the fronts that are going to come in. So some days are going to be a little warmer, a little bit more humid. We love these fronts this time of year because A, they drop humidity, B, they drop temperatures, and C, they're like a little protective barrier for the continental U.S. So anything that develops in the tropics, remember it's still hurricane season, gets deflected. So either the storms roll out to sea or they get pushed out west and fizzle out closer to Mexico, raining themselves out there. Either way, again, they get deflected away, which is great because we are actually tracking something in the Caribbean. That's where we're expecting to see our next named storm. There's now a high likelihood of that, an 80% chance of development. I don't think anything's going to happen over the next 24 hours, maybe not even over the next 48 hours. But as we do get closer to the Wednesday timeline, that's when the models are picking up on organization. That's what we would need in order for the storm system to get a name, get a designation. And if you were planning on doing any vacationing or if you have any work, travel that takes you to Haiti or the Dominican Republic, you are going to get hit with some pretty heavy rainfall. This is a look at Wednesday. And at that point, pretty confident that we'll get the next named storm, which is Melissa. Watch the forecast at least once a day. I know. This time of year, we definitely see things improve for the Gulf. Most of the systems steer away, but it's not out of the question that something could sneak in closer to us at least. That maybe hikes up our potential for some rain, so we'll see. Over the area, temperatures couldn't be any better. So you'll notice we're in the 80s, a range of 80s, 83 for Conroe, 86 for Tomball. We're actually already starting to get a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday. This morning started off so beautifully. Our morning low at Bush Intercontinental Airport, I think, got down to 57, so that was really nice. Mid-50s for our northern cities and counties. Right now, though, 85 is 2 degrees warmer than where we were yesterday. And the breeze, look, it's already shifted. So it's coming in out of the north this morning, which is the reason why we had the nice dry air. Felt so comfortable, maybe even a little chilly. Some people with some light jackets out the door this morning. You've definitely gotten rid of those. The breeze out of the southeast at 11 miles an hour means the Gulf humidity is starting to build in. Dew points right now are in the low 60s for most. A few of us already climbing into the mid 60s. 66 for Katy, for Sugar Land 65, and Hobbies at 65. 67 for Galveston. This is the scale of humidity. Dew points measure moisture in the air. And when we're in the 60s, it's not bad. It's certainly not comfortable, but it's not too bad. Then it starts getting into that tropical feel category, and that's where we're going to be tomorrow. So throughout the day today into tomorrow, we're going to be building into that really, really tropical feel before the front rolls in and drops our humidity for our Wednesday. So here's a breakdown of the next 3 days. Your high temperature today, 92. We're at 93 tomorrow with humidity and a rain chance. And then behind that, we got a gorgeous day on tap. For our Wednesday, 84 degrees, and you will not have to worry about carrying an umbrella. So here's a look at future track for tomorrow. The rain potential starts picking up in the afternoon. So that's a snapshot at 2:30. I think through the commute home, think 5, 6 o'clock, showers continue to blossom around Harris County and definitely favor the south side of the I-10 corridor, so closer to 288, down the Gulf Freeway. But it's not a big widespread rainmaker and it's not a lot of moisture. So that's why it's only a 30% chance for showers. And then we clear things up. I mean, not just with the rain, but with the humidity. Check this out. Starting off tomorrow morning, woo, it is really, really humid. But don't worry, that dry air is just on our heels. It'll take a minute to get here though. So tomorrow afternoon is really, really muggy. Tomorrow evening, though, into our Wednesday stays nice and dry, and it'll feel lovely. Now, we don't want it to be too dry because we do have to worry about our soils getting really dry and becoming much more combustible. So I'm talking about grasses, trees, brush. If they dry up, they become a fuel source for fires. And today our fire danger is very high in a lot of spots. So northern Harris County into Montgomery, Walker, San Jacinto, and a portion of Polk in that very high range. The rest of Harris County, at least under a high risk. The only spots that are in a moderate risk along the immediate coastline. That's because, well, there's more moisture there. Regardless, no burning for most of the area except for Brazoria and Galveston, although do exercise caution there as well. Everybody else is not allowed to burn under these really dry conditions, which have pushed us into a drought for quite a few areas. So western cities and counties, Washington, Austin, Colorado, into Wharton, at least under a moderate drought, but you see that pocket already slipping into a severe drought. Northeast Harris County, Montgomery, Liberty, Chambers, into Huntsville, Walker County, also under that moderate drought. We get a new drought report that comes in this Thursday, and if we don't see considerable rain, we will see conditions get worse. And we're really watching for the entire state, especially for our friends and family in Austin and San Antonio, which are slipping into the worst drought categories, extreme and exceptional. So definitely looking at long-term trends to see if we have any incoming moisture that could help the situation out. It looks like West Coast is going to get some above average rainfall. So this is the Pacific Northwest, Washington into Oregon, Northern California. Looks like the east side of the country also going to get a little bit above average rain from Tennessee into the Carolinas. Dry pocket though, unfortunately, for the desert Southwest into West Texas. For us here in Houston, maybe slightly above average, but pretty equal chances, which is what this gray is right there. So slightly above average rainfall expected. We'll hope that that comes to fruition, and that takes us all the way into the end of the month. 7-day forecast looks like this. All right, today's sunny. Started off really, really comfortable, nice and dry. We're building on the humidity a little bit. Tomorrow, that humidity is going to get scooped up by a front, bring us a 30% chance for some showers in the afternoon. I think time frame to watch is going to be between 2, maybe 6 and 7. 2 to 6, let's just call it that. Then our Wednesday, that's the pick of the week, I like to say. That is the day that you want to be outside. Starting off in the 60s, that's not bad. Not as great as it was this morning. But look at that high temperature, only makes it up to 84